ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, Eason. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Now a run with Cook. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage deep.
And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
Complete to number 1.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now look out. Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
The point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now an option play on 2nd down. Big hold of the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level? And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this will be a Vikings first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off as the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. the fumble recovery. Eason lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a net of 40 yards there. A 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
First down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
At the 44-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 38, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
Too little play tight end.
Cousins on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kirk Cousins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
This is, nigga.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defense.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Man, shoot that three-quarter, boy. Be happy with that shit. You come this way, I'm punching that shit. On my mama, I'm punching that. Don't come in here with that dumb shit. Don't come in there with that dumb shit. I'm telling you, don't do that.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Yeah, so I thought, let's go.
And
We out, Giannis.
Inside the 15 before they drop him. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go, Giannis. Antetokounmpo,
So
give me
with
that.
2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Who's in who?
1 yard attempt.
You better get your shit together. Well, who, the Packers?
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal
You
separating these
actually
two
bad
teams
right
at
now.
the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach,
Euro.
First,
Oh, they didn't let me Euro.
As we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Packers 21, Vikings 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack?
Hello.
Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside
So
and
what?
deep into the secondary.
They run again on first down. Cook, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can.
That was earlier, man. I've been got that.
So far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Who?
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's what she's trying to get.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
I need my money. I don't have to beat her up. You know what I'm saying? Till I need my money. I don't want to have to hurt her.
From the 3 now. Here they come on third and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Play 2K?
And this carries into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Green Bay Mason.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Yeah, keep calling that man X-Dre.
What you did before, because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Brandon, 5 yards
X-Dre is
on
a
that
fucking
run.
idiot.
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Huh?
Well, he's free going down the left side.
Yeah.
It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown.
He just
of the
went
game,
to the outside.
8 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration.
He had a good game against me. Dalvin Cook had a
put it to
good
good
game. But
effect
that bitch
there.
just...
And that's a second touchdown run of
But
this
he threw
game.
some
And
picks
this
and
one,
shit.
and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision,
Listen,
the creativity?
everybody not the vision. Listen,
it's really something.
the Cowboys are ass. They're not that good. Everybody's good. They're not
just take
fucking
a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Their offense still gonna be fucked up regardless. Them niggas is ass anyway.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We'll
we talk about players blitzing all the time.
We'll be back in the
mix.
Them niggas is not that good. Cowboys is ass, really.
What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Shit.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception. On
1st down, Cook. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Again, it's Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
Taken down.
Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
It's 2nd and 8.
Damn, I need somebody to put my battery in my truck.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got a new battery. I just got to.
Oh no, he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up.
Got me.
He's at the 50.
All right.
The 30. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Mason Crosby.
And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Taken in the end zone.
Y'all trying to
hoop or y'all cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They're on 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive game. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Packers 49, Vikings 31.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Packers pick it up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And this a 39-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory...
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you